So now I will try to explain a little bit theory to you guys. So first of all, I'm going to play the major scale. That was the C major scale. Now I'm going to play the minor scale. Yeah, that's it. Concerning scales, there are plenty of scales, and I will try to explain to you some others. Like for example, the harmonic minor scale. When you got a dominant septa chord, like a chord like the G7, this one can lead to C major or C minor, obviously. And when you want to go to C minor, you play the harmonic minor scale, which is quite significant in the sound. It's like, I think this screams to the first step, to the C once again. Yeah, that's basically harmonic minor. Then when you want to go to C major, you can often play like Mixolydian scale, which is starting in C you start with the G, so from the fifth step of C major, and then you play something like you start just it's like the C major scale starting with the G. This in fact leads then to C again. We also get, for example, the pentatonic scale, which just excludes like the half steps between among an octave. So we got like that's for example in A minor, and I think it sounds a lot better when you add the flatted fifth, for example, because it's a blue note, and it gives like the spicy sound a little bit. When we play, for example, hit the rojek, it's like the Hispanic cadence or something. Like, and you play something like. So it sounds much better instead of playing this note. In fact, gives the little spice in it. We also can play arpeggios on the C scale, C major scale, like. Like the chords basically in single notes. What else do we got? Got that. Yeah, now to chords. We have 5 types of chords. When we take Hey Joe, for example, they're all in it. C type, the G type, the D type, the A type, and the E type. So it's a. Okay, yeah, that's quite helpful actually. And we got a lot of chords, to be honest, more in jazz than pop music, I think. We got like a major chord, and just like a normal G chord, then minor, G7, G major 7. Like for example, we can take the G6, which I like particularly at the end of songs. I like this one very much. What else do we got? Like the -7, flatted 5, for example. So we can do a lot with chords. Yeah. What else? Now I'd like to talk about songwriting techniques, because I think this is the most inspiring and interesting thing. So let's take, for example, some cliches like, I think you all guys know the Beatles, and there's some part in, I think it's Strawberry Fields, which I like very much. There it goes like, and that's very, very interesting. So as you can see, you start with an E major, then you're gonna switch to the E major 7, and then you go to the E7, and then obviously you really have to go to the fourth step, and that's obviously A. So you got, yeah, and I think that's pretty crazy because like when you look at the D string, and it's only, you got like chromatic, it goes to chromatic downwards. And when you like, we have this A chord, when you want to go back to E, you can just swap it into minor. So you got, that's a cliche as well. Many songwriters do that. I think it sounds, sometimes it just fits better in the situation than when you do like, when you want to go to E again, and then you just do like, yeah, like the dominant septuchord. So that sounds better. Sometimes. It all depends. Okay, what else? And what I find interesting as well is when you want to go to another key, like when we got like these chords. And we think, yeah, well, that's boring after some time. We want to change it. How can we do that? Like, for example, let's take G. We want to go to G now. How can we do that? And it's just like, you know, the 2-5-1 chords, chord like section, which occurs in jazz pretty much, yeah, always actually. And let's take that before the G. So we have yeah, like some stuff in E. And then we go A minor 7. 7, that's the dominant chord, chord 2, G, and that doesn't sound very like, it doesn't sound wrong, it just sounds very good, and it gives a lot more atmosphere and space. So we got, that's quite fascinating. That's a nice trick. I used it, to be honest, in the song. Yeah. Okay. What you also can do is that you use like uncommon chords. For example, the double dominant. So when we're in G, it's the A instead of A minor 7, which sometimes sounds pretty good, to be honest. And you also can take the F when we're still in G. That's the double subdominant. Yeah, and these are quite useful chords because you can just make your songs way more interesting. Because instead of having I don't know, something like that. It gives you more space for expressions, for colors. So I think, yeah, I hope you liked it, and yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!